Hey everyone, it's Jenny. I'm back with it's not totally a project share, but it's just what I've been working on this weekend. So yesterday I was quite busy. I had a class and I also my daughter had a sleepover and I had a hair appointment, so it was like I couldn't really do anything. Actually, I take that back. While my daughter's friends were over, they were watching, like they're trying to like start watching horror movies. So they ended up watching Poltergeist. So while they were watching Poltergeist, I was what you call it? I was playing around with some of my new inks that I got. And anyway, I just wanted to share with you what I've done last night and today. And none of them are like finished projects, they're just in progress. So, but I wanted to just show you because I thought it was kind of cool. So today, just now, I finished, I finally opened up my set of the Gansai Tambi Kuretake, I don't know what they're called, watercolors, Kuretake, yeah. Gansai Tambi. See, this is the gold set that I have. And I decided before I actually start using them, I wanted to swatch them out because when you look at the actual paints itself in each palette, whatever they have, whatever it's, I don't know what it's called, but you can't really tell what color it is because some of them are really dark. And so you really need to kind of swatch it out. So I was talking to my friend Tracy yesterday in class, and she was asking me because she has one of the sets. It's a smaller set, but she said, "Don't you have something in the lid that you can just color?" And I didn't think that I did. And when I went home to check, I didn't. So this is what my set came with, and this is the larger set. I wasn't sure that it was worth it to get the larger set, but now that I'm looking at the colors after their swatch, I feel like I made the right choice. So it's really weird, the numbering. I'm not sure if it's typos or if it's correct or not. Like this says 116, but there's no 16. And then I don't know why it goes to 37 when it should be like 36. This one says 127, but there's no 27. So I'm not sure if the numbering is correct, and I can't read, the Japanese, so I have no idea what color it actually is. I'm hoping I can go online and find it by the number, but then again, I won't know if that's the correct number or not. So I'm hoping they have the actual set that I have and can translate it, but I don't know, wish me luck. So for now, all I did was I I drew out grid lines, so don't laugh at my grid lines, but I drew them out and I swatched it out from exactly how it is on the color palette because it's somewhat kind of in order. So I just wrote, you can see here I wrote the number in pencil, but I don't have the actual name because I don't know what the names are. But I'm glad I did it because, as I mentioned, it's kind of dark when you look at the actual paint itself. Okay, so it's still kind of drying, so I don't really want to touch it, but this is the first set that I did, the top layer. See, so like look at that's the red and it looks purplish red. So as I got to these over here, like it's hard to see what color it is. So if you match it up here, those are the colors after you add the water. So some of them look pretty similar to me. Like I don't need that many yellows and stuff, but like I had no idea that oh, you can't even see it. That this one here was black because it looks like black, but I wasn't sure if it was like purple or blue. Um, and then crap. See, look, my finger. It's like not dry. That's why. Um, I need to find something to wipe my finger on now. Do I have anything I can wipe my finger? Okay, so oh, sorry, I got distracted. But anyway, so the what was I saying? Oh, I got distracted. You're probably laughing at me. Okay, so I kind of like this color here. Like if I had to do like a flesh tone, I'd probably use that color. Um, Like these two greens I thought were a little similar, and this is more of a brownish green. So I think, after a while you just get a lot of duplicates. Like this color here, I can't see it. This color here looks more red, but after it dries, it looks more pink. And that's what I don't see a lot of is like pastel kind of colors. So that's the first layer. And then, but I do like that they're pretty vibrant, like, because a lot of times when you get watercolors, they're not. And so I was talking to Tracy, and she's she's like an artist slash crafter, so she knows a lot about art too. So she was telling me that these are one of the best watercolors that she's ever purchased, and she feels like it's better than a lot of the other watercolor sets that she's played with, even the tube ones that you can get for like art supplies and stuff. So anyway, so this is the second set, or the bottom set that I swatched out. So as you can see, the ones in this on this side up here, those are like pastel pearly like metallic ones. So you can see the sheen on here in the light, and then the golds and pearl. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy this set is because I wanted those. I also wanted regular colors, but I really wanted these pastel frosted ones and the gold ones. So, and then the last ones are the neon, which is kind of cool too to have. It's not showing up that bright on camera, but it's like super neon in real life. So I just wanted to show you that it is shimmery. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of like pastel. So I guess what you would have to do is just add in more water, right? To get the lighter color, right? I mean, I guess that's why it's not like you don't get a whole lot of pastels. Okay. Okay, so that is what I was working on just now. Oh, and then I'll share with you the gold. I did the gold set too. So I had bought this set first because I really wanted like gold. Because I at first I wasn't gonna get these, and I mostly was using like distress inks as watercolors, which is still good too, but I think these are a little bit better quality. Okay, and then here's the golds. So I did it in the same order. So these are quite shimmery too. They're very nice. I really like them. There's a new set that came out that's like colors, but they're shimmery. So I have that in my cart, and I really want to get that next. But I felt like I needed to like do these first before I would allow myself to buy another set, if you know what I mean. Okay, so the other thing that I've been working on, and I have to like try not to get ink on it because now that I have ink on my finger, is I was playing around. I'm like, okay, I just have to do it. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, but whenever I buy something new, like those watercolors, like I'm a little apprehensive in trying to use them. I don't know why. You would think that you would be excited because you just purchased something new, but I'm a little scared. So when I usually just kind of like leave it in my stash for a while and I don't play with it until I'm like ready. Like I watched a lot of videos and everything. So I've been watching a lot of the distress oxide stuff, and I finally just said I'm gonna do it. So I watched I really like Jennifer McGuire's videos because she plays with it and she shows you like all the cool things that you can do, and it's good reference for me. So what I did was I started playing, and I had already pre-cut these watercolor sheets down into regular card sizes, and I wanted to see how it reacted with water, like if you did it as watercolor or if you just do the blending, and I got really good results. And at first I wasn't sure how the color palette would look, but I actually like the colors that they released, and I can't wait to get more colors because those aren't totally the ones that I would normally pick all the time, but I do like the selection that they provide, and I can't wait for them to release more of them. So this is the first one that I did. I tried to do it more in a traditional watercolor way, and so I just got my craft sheet and I what you call it, got the ink pad and smushed it on the craft sheet, and I picked it up with my water brush and ink blended it there. So that's what that looks like. And then after that, I sprayed down whatever was left because I didn't want to waste it. And then I started trying to do the ink layering stuff. And this is really hard for me. I have a really hard time with this. But the cool thing about the Distress Oxide stuff is that once you dry it, it doesn't become brown and muddied that much because it's a pigment dye ink hybrid. So the color will kind of, once you dry it, it'll be permanent and then you can add on more color. And so it was really ugly when I first started doing this. And every time I had leftover ink, I would just get this same one and dip it again. And actually, I don't love it, but I think it came out a lot better than what I thought it was gonna be. I really didn't like it at first, and I was having a really hard time. Like I was like, "Oh, this is kind of not my style." But the more I did it, you have to keep drying it in between, and then kind of adding water. And now I'm okay with it. Like I don't hate it, but I think you can do a lot more with it. Like I think if I covered maybe that white space, I might like it a little bit better. But anyway, that was my first attempt. And then I started playing around with it a little bit more, and that's what I got there. And then I kind of just like these more traditional ones. So what I started doing was I used the foam applicator, the round one, and I really, really, really like how they blend. Like it's not as hard as the regular distress inks to blend out. Like I watched Jennifer McGuire's video, and she's right. Like you can, even if you have like a dark spot, you can still blend it out. Like I don't know what it is, because I guess because it sits on top of the paper maybe, but you get really good results. And then I started splattering it with water because that's the cool thing about it. But it does give you a nice chalkier look, which I kind of like better for than the distress inks. But I think you still would want distress inks for other effects. So I went a little crazy, and this I made several of the rainbow because I like rainbow. So I did a lot of those. And then I just decided to play with only a few colors. So this is again it's just using the applicator. So this is more like sunset kind of colors. I really didn't like this yellow at first, but now it's kind of growing on me. It looks really ugly on the pad. It looks like a yellow green, kind of a pukey yellow. I don't know, but once it dries, so you got to just be patient and let it dry, because it looks a lot nicer now. And then this is that spiced marmalade, and then the worn lipstick. The only colors I haven't used yet is the browns and the fired brick. I haven't used that yet, but I used all the rest. I finally used the faded jeans that came out really nice, and I think this is like it's peeled paint. Yeah, it's peeled paint. It looks like an olive color. And then this is the broken china, and then I did it with purple broken china, and this is that wilted violet. I really like that color. Um, Broken china and that peeled paint. So that's a little bit different from the cracked pistachio, which is what I was using here. And here, cracked pistachio is really light, more like a minty green. So that is what I did last night in terms of backgrounds. And then today, oh, I'm sorry, I also did, I'm working on a class project for an upcoming class, and I have a sample up at the store, but it's kind of old, and I wanted to show them exactly what they would be making in the class that I'm gonna teach. So because it's the size is a little bit different. So this is what I was working on, and I'm sorry, but this light in my office sucks. But I use the Distress Oxide inks to watercolor. That's all it is. So I did a rainbow look. Gosh, you really can't see it in this light. I wonder if I turn off the light. I was trying to do it while it was still... Nope, you can't see it either. Sorry. Oh well. I don't have like a studio, so... Anyway, there's the purple and blue and green. And what we're gonna do, and I'll show you when I'm done, but what we're gonna do is use the mink and you know those sets of like already die cut butterflies from Heidi Swap. We're gonna use the mink, foil those, and then just glue them onto the canvas after our canvas is dry. So that's going to be an upcoming class. And I was trying to test it first to see if the Distress Oxide inks would watercolor well, and it did, but this is kind of what happened. I wasn't watching it, and I had added more water, so I got that watercolor line, but I think it's still usable. I think if you add stuff over it, it'll be okay. But I really like this. Like I had the purple oni over here, and it was all wet. And then where I laid it out to dry, I guess it must have like tilted, so the purple bled over there. But I kind of like that. Thought that was kind of neat. Okay, so that is for my upcoming project, and then the other thing that I was really working on today was I had cut down the rest of that watercolor pad that I had, which I now don't have any more of that cheap watercolor paper, unless I have it hidden in my office somewhere, which I've been trying to look for, I can't find. So I must have used it all. And I didn't see any more at Walmart, so I don't have any right now. I have better quality watercolor paper, which is what I did these swatches on. My mother-in-law gave me some of um, watercolor paper from my when my father-in-law passed away, and he has the good quality stuff, so I don't like to use it just for certain types of projects. I'd rather use it for good stuff. But anyway, so I used the cheapo Walmart one. It's a Canson. It's the blue stack, and it's like $6 for the whole pad. So I just use it when I want to make cards. I really want to like build up my stash of cards again because I guess I've been using it when I first started using the zig markers. I had made a bunch of card backgrounds, and what I also do is I color up a bunch of images, and I have it ready to go. And then when I'm ready, when I need a card, I'll just add on the image and maybe some sequence or something to brighten it up. But so I started working on it, and I didn't finish them yet because I wanted to use some of my. I wanted to try it with the Distress Oxides, and I also want to try it with the Gansai Tambis and probably my zigs and whatever else I can find in my color palette. Okay, so this is really hard to see, but it's in clear, and it just says happy birthday. So I try to just I'm gonna do like emboss resist, but I'm gonna do it with sentiments. So that's a whole bunch of happy birthdays. These are some Simon Says stamp sets. I think this is from the same set, but I had a hard time stamping this one. Like it wasn't stamping over here very well, so I only made one of that. Oh, that's that same one. See, those are the same. So I like that. And then what I'll probably do is put an image like up here. So I kind of offset it a little so I can put like an image over here. This is a Avery L set. So I've done either some in clear and some in gold. And then this is from the same set. It's a thank you stamp. I like it because it's pretty bold. Then there's happy birthday. Good thing I did it in gold so you can actually see it. And then I did celebrate. And then, oh, this one is kind of cool, but it's hard to see. It's a Mama Elephant set, and it's like definitions. So it says birthday, it says noun, you that day you look forward to when you were young and dread when you're old. I thought that was funny. So it'll look better once there's color over it. And then I did one that said friend. And this one says someone who knows you and likes you anyway. I thought those were funny. I really like this yay. I've never used it yet. This is the first time I'm using it. But by then I ran out of the cardstock. I like this hello beautiful too. I thought it was really cute. So I have several in that. And then, Are those all the same? Those are all the same. Okay, this is a mama elephant. Hello friend. Did I only do it? I only did it in clear. I'm sorry. They're big. They're big stamps. So you don't really need an image. Then there's the happy birthday. I did several. I guess I didn't do those in gold. That must have been before I got the gold out. And then these are like lawn fawn. They're like, it goes across your card. So this one says what? It says hello you. Hard to see, sorry. When I finish them, I'll show it to you and then you can actually see it. Then this one says happy birthday to you. Oh, here's some in gold. Okay, so this is a mama elephant set. Hello friend. I've used that before. I really like that set. Oh, that's the only one I use from that set. Okay, so that is what I've been working on. Just stamping and embossing all day. Um, but I have quite a stack now, so I should be able to build up my stash. And what I also do is I share some of it with my mom, and that way she has some cards to give to other people. I think I need to make her some thinking of you. I think she likes those, but I haven't. I gotta go pull out those sentiments. But I ran out of watercolor cardstock, so now I'm gonna have to like either use regular cardstock or I'm gonna have to go get some more watercolor paper or use my stash from my father-in-law. But anyway, I hope if you got your Distress Oxide inks that you give it a try because I really, really, really like the way it looks. Like I'm liking it better than the regular Distress inks. But I think you can probably find a way to work with both of them together. And I'm really liking my Gansai Tambi colors too. I think that this is really dark on camera, but if you look at it, it's really bright. So sorry, my lighting is not the best here, but I I'm now I feel like a little bit more comfortable um to move forward with actually using these sets. So I'm kind of excited about that, and I will share with you once I'm done with some of my projects so you can see what I actually made with them. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a great weekend. It was a little bit short for me because I guess I was busy. Um, but I hope to get some projects done soon. Easter is coming up, and I want to get some of those Easter baskets and the mama elephant. I want to use that bunny dye. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to try and get some of those done, and hopefully I can share that with you in another video. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.